Hey guys, this is Om and welcome to Civil Raja, your gateway to future. So guys, we have started a series where we are learning how to study the structural drawing and this is episode 6th, and in this episode we are going to discuss about the column details. So first of all, let's understand what we have covered so far in this series. So I'm just going to take you to my YouTube channel Civil Raja, and guys, if you are new to this channel then please subscribe to this channel because your subscription will motivate me to make more videos on this one. Okay, so you can see we have started this series with the importance of the structural drawing. Then we have covered what is inside the structural drawing, like what are the different things that you can find in the structural drawing. Then what is pile cap and how we have to like study the pile cap details. Then we have learned about how to study the pile details in the structural drawing, and after that we have covered how we can study the plinth beam details in a structural drawing. Today what we are going to cover, today we will cover about the column details. So you can see this is the projector that I am discussing over here, and over here you can see like this is the center line diagram and you can see where the columns are placed. Okay, so I guess while reading the previous details, we have already covered like how you can simply study this particular drawing. Okay, how you can take the measurements and how you have to execute this on the ground. Now you can see we have different types of the columns over here. Basically we have two different types of the columns, C1 and C2. And what is the difference over there? One is having the dimension of 300 by 300 while other is having the dimension of 350 by 350. So let's compare these two. Like one over here is C2 and another over here is C1. So C1 is having the dimension of 300 by 300. That means the cross sectional area is 300 by 300. That means length and the width is uh, the same. Okay, and now in C2 length is 350 and width is 350 also. Okay, so whenever you can call it as a square column. Okay, when we have the rectangular column then we also need to check the orientation of the column. Okay, so that is another specification that we need to take care. But in our drawing we have the square columns and these are basically easy to construct. Okay, now you can see how we have marked the distances over here. There are two different ways of marking the distances. One is A to B, then B to C, as we have marked over here in this drawing, because that is easier for our client to understand. Otherwise, there is another method also, which is A to B and A to C, then A to D. Okay, so that distance is also being calculated, and that is more accurate one. However, our client demands the structural drawing in this particular way because the laborers and the masons over there that the client is having is understanding these particular coordinates. Okay, so we are going with this one in this project, but both the methods are correct and both are convenient to be constructed. It's just that your laborers or masons are how much acquainted with which kind of method of measurement. Okay, now let's have a look at how we have to study the schedule of the column. So whenever we have this table like a structure where we are talking about some structural element like a column, footing, or beams, or even the slabs, wherever we have this table like a structure where we have the specifications of this particular structural member, then that table is known as schedule. Okay, so this is schedule of column. Similarly, you will find the schedule of the beams in a structural drawing. Okay, so in this one we have C1, okay, which is having the specification that is B and D are 300 by 300. And here we have to like mark the reinforcements. So we have to mark the main reinforcement and the transverse reinforcement over here. Okay, so in the main reinforcement, when we are talking about the column, it's not like any one of the particular like rod will be disintegrated. We have to make all the rods all through. Okay, so we have 1 2 3 plus 3 plus 2, that means 8 total bars over here, and all the bars are having the same dia, that is 20 mm. Okay, next uh, we have to like bind the stirrups in this one. Now since these are 8 bars, so we will have to use stirrups in two different angles. One will be the square type, which will be like binded like this, and this will be bent at a angle of 135 degrees. So a few of the construction sites are also bind these stirrups at 90-degree angle, which is a wrong practice. We must go for 135-degree of the angle. Okay, and we must bind the stirrups in this particular angle. Then we have this diamond stirrup also. So this a rhombus like shape is known as diamond stirrups. Okay, so this is also being used when we have the 8 numbers of the stirrups. Okay, when we have the 6 number of the 8 numbers of the bars. When we have 6 number of bars, then we have the different arrangement of binding them. I will also show that in some different project, but for now we have this particular project and we are talking about this one. So then we have to decide like what should be the dimension of this stirrup. When I am talking about the dimension, it means the dia of the stirrups, and also we need to talk about at what distance these stirrups will be binded. Okay, so in the column, one more thing is there, which is marked in the notes section. So what is the cover of the column? So that is 40 in this particular project. Now talking about the stirrups, we have to this transverse reinforcement or stirrups are divided in two different sections. One is the central zone and the second is the near end zone. Okay, so then we have marked the central zone at the zone 1, and then we have also marked the near ends zone as zone, central zone is marked as zone 2, and end zones are marked as zone 1. Okay, now when we are talking about the let's talk about the near end zones first. Okay, so in the near end zones, or you can say that wherever near the end, so we need more a number of the stairs because the reinforcement is required more over there. So we cannot increase the diameter of the stairs. So what we can do, we can simply increase the number of the stirrups over there. And to increase the number of the stirrups, what we can do, we can simply decrease the distances between the stirrups. So you can see over here, we have 8 dia bars placed at 125 center to center distance. Okay, and in the central zone, we have used the same dia bars with the same lengths and the same bent angles, but they are placed at a distance of 125 center to center. Now let's see how we have to identify the zones over here. Okay, so you can see this is the cross-sectional area of the column, and over here we have marked this as zone 1, zone 2 and zone 1 again. Okay, so zone 1 is the end zone, then zone 2 is the central zone, and zone 1 is again the end zone, because over here is the column is ending because we have this beam over here, so this column will end at this place. Okay, now similarly from in this next floor, we have the same zone distribution over here. Okay, so we have another beam over here, and that is the main beam. Okay, or yeah, so that is the main beam. So we have different zones over here. Okay, so from floor to floor, we have one single column. We can consider it as a single column. Like from here to here, we have this one column. From here to here, we will consider it as another column. Why I'm saying so? Because let's see what we have this specification over here. Okay, so here we have written like this, up to second slab. Okay, so when we are going for the multi-story buildings, they will simply change the reinforcement like this. Like up to second slab, we are using the same type of the column, but uh, in maybe in a seventh slab, we are using a different type of the column that is having a lesser cross-sectional area, or maybe the dia of the bars are changed, or the number of bars are reduced. So there are three factors that are affecting the type of the column. So that is also a possibility. So when we will talk about more complex structure, I will also show that to you. But for now, you understand that from one floor to another floor, we consider the column in between them as a single column, and in the next floor we consider that as a different column. However, all the columns are connected with each other. Okay, and they are properly aligned, their centers are properly aligned. Okay, I guess this is quite clear to you. Now if you have any kind of confusion, then you can simply ask that in the comment section. And how you are finding this video, do you like this video or not, do you want something more from my videos, all do everything in the comment section. like wow, if you will just write the comments, then I will be motivated to make more videos on, or I will be knowing that like you are finding this portion as a difficult portion, so I will make another video on that one. So do comment, okay? And if you are finding this video useful, then hit the like button and also share this with your friends and colleagues and subscribe to our channel Civil Raja, and also press the bell icon beside that, okay? Now, coming back to the point, over here we have this column 2, and this is having the bigger cross-sectional area where B and D are 350 by 350. We are using the same rod over here, okay, and the stirrups are also having the same measurements, okay. So you can see this is a cross-sectional area of one column, and we have this different cross-sectional area for different like pile caps. So for the particular columns, we have not constructed anything over here. So guys, that is all for today. And in the next session, we will talk about the roof beam. Okay, so I guess the plinth beam is properly covered over here. So we will go for the roof beams, and we will just talk more in detail about that. Okay, so this is the roof beam layout. We will start from here and we will continue till the end of this. Okay, so there are a lot more to come. So stay tuned to this channel and this video series. Also hit the like button. Okay, so you can see the slab details and what the staircase details, and lot of things are coming up, okay, in this particular project. So stay tuned to our channel and keep sharing your love. Thank you.